Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I'd like to bring you some stock analysis and also a short 5-minute trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Okay, so quick recap of previous day's trading. It was a bit of a difficult start at the beginning with a lot of stocks diving downwards. However, towards the middle and in the end of the day, we did have some good recovery with quite a few of the stocks that we are following ending up in the green. So let's have a quick look at some of these stocks that I've brought to you recently. So ticker symbol OCGN ended up a healthy 4% up at $9.51. EHang, another stock that I've brought to you recently, also went down initially, but then ended up in the green, just over 4% at $49.89. Aqua Metals also ended up in the green at $4.46. Castor Maritime up 3% at just under $1. And American Battery Metals also up $2.51. 2.51% at $2.04. So on the downside, we did have RBLX down slightly, 0.35% at $76, but I'm very confident of that in the long term. And we also had Churchill Capital, CCIV, that was down 5%, but the last 2 or 3 days that has had tremendous growth. One of the best gainers was ticker symbol SENS, Senseonics, and that was up in excess of 8%. So let's now move over to today's stock analysis. Okay, so on the 16th of March, Trading 212 made the decision to limit buy orders for ticker symbol IQST. So this was a stock that I was up well in excess of 10%. So soon as this trading restriction happened on the 16th of March, this stock did take a little bit of a nosedive. So I did choose to sell this stock at $1.10. And mainly because of a risk of a much more significant decline, especially when Trading 212 have limited the buy order for this stock. So although I have belief in the stock, I think the problem with lack of volume and lack of ability to buy will affect the stock in the short term. So I made a decision to use this investment to move into another stock, and that stock I invested in is Volkswagen. So let me talk about Volkswagen. Okay, so first of all, I don't really need to tell you too much about Volkswagen in terms of you not knowing about it. I'm sure we all know it is a huge multinational business originating in Germany with cars recognized worldwide. So there was some breaking news on Volkswagen. The other thing I'd like to draw your attention to in terms of investing in Volkswagen, there, as it is a multinational company worldwide, there are going to be also multiple tickers. So the ticker that I invested in is ticker symbol VOW. This is the German-based stock, and it is also, Volkswagen is also available in other trading platforms as well. So you can have a search of different Volkswagen stocks depending on which market you're looking at, but the one I invested in was ticker symbol VOW. Okay, so on the 16th of March, I invested in Volkswagen at $290.40, and as at time of filming, I've overall up in excess of 17% with a price at time of filming at 344 euros. Sorry, and I did buy this at 290 euros. So let's now have a look at the news article. So the breaking news came in on the Monday the 15th of March. So this is a headline from CNN Business, and the headline here is Volkswagen is going to it's going huge in batteries to slash the price of electric cars. So this has had a huge catalyst in the share price, as you will see as soon as you follow the ticker. And this was the main reason I chose to invest. So this is huge news. The company is certainly not a penny stock. The potential for growth is immense. And let me share you the details of this. Share with you the details of this article. Okay, so let's start with the plans, and the second paragraph down, we are seeing here that the German car maker has said that it plans to build 6 gigafactories in Europe by 2030 with a total production capacity of 240 gigawatt hours per year. So let's dig a little bit deeper into this news article. So further down we can see here that Volkswagen have unveiled a massive expansion of battery production as it seeks to gain an edge in the electric car race. So what we are seeing here is lots and lots of businesses diving into this battery market. This battery market is huge. We've seen tremendous growth in businesses like American Battery Metals, in Aqua Metals as well, and lots of other lithium providers. This is a huge sector for the long term, and right now we've seen that Volkswagen have also joined this race. So Volkswagen have the advantage of being a multinational company, having the ability to invest millions and billions of euros and dollars into these huge factories. So in terms of speed and investment, they're going to have a tremendous advantage. So let's have a look at the further details in here. So we can see obviously the 6 plans to build 6 gigafactories. Third paragraph down, they're also going to add a huge number of new electric vehicle charging points. This is the important thing that I want to draw your attention to. These charging points are going to be across Europe, across the United States, and also across China. So absolutely huge news. Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper and let's look at their strategy. So their strategy hinges on driving down the cost of battery systems through a new unified battery cell, which they are going to launch in 2023. So obviously that's not too far away. So that's another potential significant catalyst coming up in this stock. So they're looking at installing 80% of the group's electric vehicles. The company plans to also recycle 95% of raw materials involved in battery production. So this is a continuing trend that we are seeing. Lots of cars with traditionally petrol and diesel moving it more into battery and electric technology. We've certainly seen that with Jaguar, we've seen that with Ford, and we're going to see that with other car makers as we go forward. So it's going to become a lot more competitive. We've seen Apple make moves towards this. But certainly with Volkswagen, I'm very, very confident that they are also going to make this a success. So let's have a look at the next part of this news article. So the key factor that Volkswagen are looking at is reducing the cost of the electric car. So they're looking at reducing that by 50%, certainly on entry-level models, and up to 30% on standard models. So that is a key prohibiting factor. If we look at companies like NIO and companies like Tesla, they kind of target the high-end market. So Volkswagen are going to have the advantage of possibly targeting the kind of middle and more affordable target market. So that's going to be a good advantage for this company. So let's have a look at what else we can see in this breaking news story. So the company needs to secure a supply of battery cells to ramp up this electric vehicle production. They're gaining ground on Tesla, so it's a very important point there. They aim to become the world's biggest producer of battery electric vehicles. So this is very, very ambitious. So this announcement on Monday is basically saying they're going to try and take on Tesla. And this is something that we have not been aware of before in all of the analysts and all of the investors. As far as we're concerned, the main competitor to Tesla is actually NIO. But this is a big change now in terms of a statement from Volkswagen and their ambitions. So they have less than half the number of sales of Tesla, but their increase is in 214% on the previous year. So that's a very significant figure, and this is something that is very positive. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off by looking at the final part of this article. So we can see here, just to reiterate, that Volkswagen is expanding into the United States. It is expanding into China. So certainly you can invest in the US ticker symbol for Volkswagen as well for the United States, and that will be in dollars. I've chosen to invest in the German ticker symbol, but it's certainly a personal choice. So they're planning on having around 3,500 fast charging points in North America. So that's certainly going to cover the USA as well as China. So Volkswagen is targeting a total of 17,000 fast charging points by 2025. Now 2025 is not far away. So if they have 17,000 fast charging points, they're going to be a huge leader in the electric car market. So they're going to have tremendous growth. So let's have a look at Tesla as a comparison. Tesla as a comparison currently right now has 20,000 fast charging points. So obviously Tesla is well ahead of the game, but the growth in terms of Volkswagen is certainly higher. So they're catching up quickly. They're trying to diversify into this area. And, you know, we can see here from the final statement at the bottom, they're saying that from 2022, Volkswagen electric cars will also support technology and allow them to connect to private, commercial and public energy systems. And electric vehicles will become more mobile power banks, the representative from the company has said. So overall, excellent news. Okay, so let's now look at a possible strike price and entry for ticker symbol VOW. So VOW is the investment that I made. So this is Volkswagen that is based on the German market. You can choose to invest in Volkswagen on the American markets as well. As I said, it is a multinational company that is registered on multiple trading platforms. So certainly you do have choice. So my choice was to invest in the euros currency on the German market. So let's have a look at the trading pattern for this. So as the news broke on the 15th of March, but prior to that it was trading around about $237, $238. So we had the initial spike and it went up in excess of $295, 295 euros. So I waited for the first pullback. So that came at 290 euros is when I chose to invest. And as you can see now, it's my investment is I'm currently up in excess of 17% at time of filming, and I certainly see going forward long term and in terms of the next 2 years, over the next 2 years, I certainly expect this stock to more than 2x. So I'm expecting certainly 600 euro plus for ticker symbol VOW. I think there's going to be huge growth in the and huge movement, huge investment in this battery technology and charging stations, certainly in the USA as well as Europe, and obviously they're looking at China. So this is not a penny stock. This is obviously more established regular company. So my investment in here is something that I am also going to keep long term. So in terms of an entry point for ticker symbol VOW, I would certainly look for a pullback and certainly consider investing around about 305 euros. So if you can catch this at 305 euros, certainly consider a price strike on this one. So ticker symbol VOW. Okay, so it's now time for lesson of the day, and we're now going to look at trading tips, which is a continuation of previous lessons where we also shared some other tips. So there's 3 tips now that I'd like to share with you. First one is confirm your judgments before investing. Certainly this is something that we've probably been guilty of, many traders over the last few weeks in terms of the market correction that we've had, probably quite a few rash decisions in terms of investments. And also probably quite a number of people have probably fallen into the trap of the bull trap, where a stock has dipped, then it's sharply gone up. So you bought on the dip, but as it's sharply gone up, it's had a tremendous movement down and leading to quite significant losses. So that's something that we need to certainly be careful of when we invest, in terms of looking at the chart, looking at the potential risk. So try and look at that. So the second thing I'd like to draw your attention to here is do not rely on experts. Be skeptical and also do your own due diligence. So do not rely certainly even on me, and also rely on other people, because it's much more important for you to do your own due diligence. Certainly you can share information from videos, you can share information from other people, but obviously we are not financial advisors, and other kind of YouTubers and investors are not financial advisors in most cases. So it's very important to do your own due diligence. So you should only invest when you do your own research, but certainly your research can include information that I have found and other people have found, and then you can certainly double check this and ask questions in the comments. So don't rely 100% on other experts or other analysts. Very important to make your own judgments. And finally, very important advice, do not risk too much on a single trade, even if you are very confident in that trade, because almost all trades are very risky. So we've even seen one of the stocks that most people consider to be safe, Tesla, and that went down well in excess of 25% in the market correction. So certainly do not risk too much on a single trade. Diversification is the key. Okay, that's the end of the lesson. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned and please join me again.